What's going on? How we doing? What's the good word, everyone? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello, everyone. How are you? Good evening. Tip of the cap, tip of the beanbag, tip of the grundle. Bear your grundle and expect to be poked. What's going on? Hey, Heather, how are you? Stitch Rich says there's no gas in Tennessee. That's not good. We got Pompeo in the building. Pompeo, what's going on? Give me an Excelsior pass. What's up, Loretta? How are you? Hi, Thomas. How Melinda? Hey, Deb. How's it going? Yes. Hunter said they were watching my videos. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bell 296 for the badge. Thank you so much. What's up, Chooks? What's the good word? What's up, Jess? How are you? Una Carmen, hello. How you doing? Ready for everyone's ready to get their bag tickled, as am I. It's always a good thing. It's always a great time to have just a quick evening tickling. You know, no big deal. I'm excited because I'm going to California tomorrow. Even though most people would say, why would you possibly go to California? That seems like entering a dystopian hellscape, a Gavin Mussolini dumpster fire. But what I have to say about it is that I'm probably going to get a lot of good content pops. Could you imagine all the content that I'm going to get by being in this place? The last time I was there, I made a whole video about how I was there and I ate a taquito, and the taquito was put on the plate. It rolled off. A rat grabbed the taquito. The rat had more freedom than me. He ran into the gutter. Everybody tickled my bag. They were like, "You're worthless. Thank you so much." And they're like, "Thanks for coming to California. Kick rocks, jabroni. You can go pound sand." And I was like, "I'm not coming back here for a minute." And now apparently Gavin Dumpsterlini is just apparently opening up again. That's cool. You're about a year too late, you bag of garbage. Thanks for being here. I'm going to San Diego. Thank you so much for being here. Yo, I wanted to jam on a couple things for the day. I wanted to tickle a couple of bags and just rip and rap and zip and zap for a couple of mementos and just tickle your bag and punch you in the fleshy grundle. I'm going to answer a couple of questions. I know a couple questions came in and whatnot before, so I got those. So if you have any questions, drop them down here on Instagram in the question hole. Dump them in the question hole, and tickle my bag. Keep them short, keep them concise. You bag of cheese. Toss them into the ether, and I'll yell them out of my face through my phone in the middle of the evening. No big deal. No big deal. It's totally fine. I don't know why. I hope this stream doesn't keep going like it did the other night. That would be not ideal. Thank you, Ryan. Big great for the badge. I appreciate it. Yo, so I think the one kind of like overarching message that I want to just kind of just serve up in a taquito and stuff into your anus is that the name of the game, and in my opinion, the solution to any and all problems, the solution to any and all of our problems is pushing the idea and promoting the idea of self-reliance. I think that everybody's ability to just totally dismiss their own personal responsibility for managing and handling the aspects of their own life that would protect them, make sure that they got money in their pockets, make sure that they're doing the right things for their health, making sure they're picking the right careers and insulating themselves in case of a future downturn. You shouldn't need somebody to tell you this. You shouldn't need somebody to double finger your anus and be like, go make sure you have cash in the bank for a rainy day, you bag of garbage. Like, I wish more people would promote the idea of self-reliance and just maybe, I don't know, looking into things for yourself, paying attention to your own things, not necessarily believing every platter of garbaggio that gets served up to you and stuffed down your throat hole. Because what I think is the most obvious thing about what's going on right now across the entire US and really the world at large is that the vast majority of people are completely oblivious, asleep at the wheel, and reliant on somebody else to solve their problems, tell them how to make money, tell them how to save money, tell them how to take care of their health, tell them who to hang out with, tell them what to do, where to go, how to do it, when to do it. And because of this, you set yourself up, you make yourself an easy target for manipulation. Your inability to be self-reliant makes you a target. So it's like, if you were to simply realize, and if we were to all just simply continue to promote the message of self-reliance and just maybe, I don't know, taking care of yourself and being responsible for yourself, the world would be a better place objectively. And the simplest way to do that, not only is to do it and embody that type of mindset and that type of lifestyle in and within yourself, but to also promote that to all the people around you and tell the friends and family that you surround yourself with that that's what they need to do in order to be operating at the same level as you are. And if those people decide not to do that, let them fly, let them be free, and find other people that are operating at that higher level so that you operate at a higher level. So the vibes and all the information that you give off and that you decide to broadcast is of a higher tier of quality and thus more effective for how you can grow and get better in your life and how they can get better in their life. And then you have other people that kind of look at the world in this other direction where they're like, well, if Fauci didn't tell me that I can go out, it's like, they don't even understand what they're doing. They're waiting for somebody to serve them up exactly what to do on a platter. And the sad thing about it is that even when they do that, even when they tell them exactly what they're supposed to do, they still don't follow it. Because really what they're following, the true nature of what the vast majority of people are following is groupthink. They're following the collective mindset. They're following the collective ethos of the people that they see day to day, moment to moment, and they're embodying what those people are doing because nobody wants to stand out. Nobody wants to lead. Nobody wants to be the odd person out in any situation. Everybody wants to be part of the tribe. Everybody wants to be part of the gang. Everybody wants to be on the winning team, and they're not willing to do what is absolutely necessary in order to change the natural flow of things. That's what an entrepreneur does. That's what a leader does. That's what a free thinker does. That's what a free person does. And ultimately, who does that the most is an American. That's what an American would, should, could, and needs to do. So if you're living in the United States of America, and I'm sure that not everybody on this stream is, but if you are, you have to understand that you're part of essentially the leadership body of the entire planet. How goes America, so goes a majority of the world. And if we could all be a little bit more personally responsible for holding a leadership role, not only within ourselves and within our localized friend group, our family, our community, and the people that are around us, our business, our workplace, our group of friends, whatever, then we would also understand that leadership shows through in all of the things that we do, not only in the circles that we surround ourselves with, but the things that we choose to broadcast online, the way that we think, what we talk about when we meet new people, where we go, what we do, and how we act when we get to those locations. And it's like the mindset of a leader, the mindset of a person that chooses to lead, chooses to be self-reliant, and chooses to be perhaps different, think differently, think independent, do their own research, and then feel confident in that research. Those types of people ultimately change the world simply based on how they carry themselves through whatever it is right now, through whatever life is. So it's like that could be you, that needs to be you. More people doing that is what I think is an immediate solution to a lot of the problems that the world probably has. We underestimate the impact. We underestimate the insane impact that we have on the people around us and the world at large. We totally grossly underestimate the impact of what we can do. We overestimate what we can do in a year. We underestimate what we can do in a decade. And if we could only just realize that all of the problems of the world, all of the structures of the world that are bad and corrupt and evil and all of these other things, those are things that we, in theory, within our lifetime could fix. But if we choose to be like, no, goo, no, I can't, goo, but not me. I need Fauci, or I need someone else. It's like, dog, it's like, that's not the right mindset, you beanbag, you cheese curdle. It's like, I'm not trying to surround myself with that. I'm not trying to tickle my bag with that type of mentality. I'm not trying to vibe in that vibration, you bag of cheese. So it's just like, pass the Parmesan, but like, I'm not trying to operate there, you garbage merchant. Janet says, Janet says, I'm trying, Bobby, but dang, it's tough out here. These brainwashed people still don't get it. I understand that. All good things are tough. Everything that's good and has a positive result is difficult. That's the name of the game. That's why it's supposed to be like that. It has to be like that. That's the way that the world has to be. In order for it to be good, it has to be difficult. That's why the best things come on the other end of things that are really challenging and difficult. That's the game, Corn Pop. Joe says they need a good kick in the dirt, Star. You're absolutely right about that, you bag of cheese. You shredded mozzarella. Yeah. Where is Hunter? Pass the Parmesan. I'll tickle your bag on that one. So that's kind of like the message that I have about all things. And the thing that really bothers me, aside from this conversation, I think it really applies to essentially kind of all aspects of life, where it's just like, what do you think about X? What do you think about Y? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? I think generally the best thing that we can do is ask for a starting point from people that might know better, but don't have them be responsible for serving you all of the answers. Just have them get you started. Have them light the match for you so that you can go and use that to start a much bigger fire in the way that you move through life. So, for example, a perfect example is like, so I had this conversation with Otto today about cryptocurrency, and he's very well versed in cryptocurrency, and a lot of people go into crypto and they're like, how do I do it? And really, it's the same thing that everybody wants. Is they just want somebody to serve them up some quick, instant solution that will get them rich, or give me the next tip, give me the next coin, tell me the one to buy. I don't want to do any research. And what I'm suggesting is that. And what I'm suggesting is that the vast majority of our problems come from that type of mindset, where it's like, well, if somebody would just tell me how to do it. It's like, no, that's the wrong way of looking at this. And I really do think that if you want to invest in crypto, maybe get somebody to guide you in the right direction, but don't take their information as point blank. That's what it is. That's the only way that you can do it. That's the best advice that I'm going to find. To have them get you started, look into it, and then go in and investigate and do more research for yourself. Or you become a target. You become a pawn. You become a person that's used to monetize. Because if you are in any industry, it doesn't matter what it is, your ability to monetize within that ecosystem is A, through your actions, or B, through teaching or whatever else. And teaching and training and guides and whatever else, all those other things, the vast majority of them are probably no good. Some of them are good, some of them aren't. But the idea is that, like, if somebody was making $1 quadrillion doing X, Y, or Z, whether it be crypto or business or whatever else, unless they're charging you a ton of money for it, it's like maybe they're not. It's like, I'm just saying that it would be much better if people took a little bit more personal responsibility and they focused on doing things. They focused on researching every single thing that they were interested in. If you don't want to know about crypto, you don't want to dive into crypto, you don't want to spend all of your time going in and looking into crypto, for example, I think it's much simpler for your basic average American citizen with a fairly limited knowledge of finances and how the world works to invest in things like the US-based stock market, to go on YouTube, understand the basics of how traditional stocks work, and just dump a little bit of cash into a US-based stock or some stock in a company like a blue chip company that they know, like, and trust, like an Apple or a Verizon or an Uber or a Facebook or whatever it is. And it's just like, if you want to be a person that's diving into crypto and learning it and understanding it and making it part of the way that you operate through life, yeah, go ahead and do that. But don't look at it as some get rich quick. Like, somebody told me about bag of garbage coin and I'm about to dump 500 clams in there. And if it only goes up a fraction of a subfraction of a thousandth of a penny, then I'll be able to do a backflip onto Pompeo's yacht, and the yacht will just fly off into the distance. Donnie will be there. Elon will be there. We'll all be in a big pile of Dogecoin and I'll be rich forever. It's like, I don't know, dude. Maybe, but probably not, Bill. Like, maybe, but probably not, Bill. I'm just saying. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Look, my investing philosophy consists of the following, and this is different for every single person and what you want to do with your money. I like growth stocks. I like high risk, and I like long hold. That's my game. I like technology. I understand technology. High risk, growth, long hold. That's my game. Do whatever you want. That's just what I do. And my opinion is just my opinion. You do whatever you want. But the point is that I didn't come to that position by just being like, somebody tell me how to make money. I just started researching. I'm like, I like Facebook stock. I understand Facebook stock. I understand the internet. I know this. Somebody explained to me how to buy a stock. I just went on YouTube, how to buy a stock. It's like, it's not that difficult. Go purchase. I don't know. You just do the research and then you buy it and then you dump your $500 in and that's the end of it. So it's like, I'm just saying, I think that a lot of things are as simple as that. It's like, if you don't want to make crypto or whatever other investment your life, then don't. Just find a blue chip stock that you think is a reliable place to hold your cash and focus on the things in your life that'll make you the most money. Invest in your business, invest in your education, invest in other assets, buy a rental property, whatever it is the case, buy some gold, I don't know, but do something that you're going to be interested in, that you're going to fall in love with. I love the stock market because I love investing in business. If I could look at the span of my life 100 years from now, or 50 years from now, 700 years from now, I would love to be 60 years old investing in small businesses, investing in technology businesses. That's what I'd love to do. So now what's a simpler and more dip your toes in the water thing that I could do right now? Buy US-based technology stocks or buy technology stocks. That's what I do. Canadian technology stocks, things that I know, like, and trust. And I honestly think that a lot of people could do the exact same thing by just doing a little bit of research, putting their money in, and then focusing on how they're going to make money and how they're going to grow their assets in other ways, whatever they're going to be passionate about. Warren Buffett says, invest your interest, Coke ice cream. I don't know. Yeah, I am getting hot. I'm getting hot. Joe, somebody on Facebook says, get a shoebox, put your money in the shoebox, bury it in your backyard, and just mine pie for a living. All right. Fair. I mean, that's fair. So I think that, like, I don't know. I just don't trust anything that people don't. I don't trust anything to invest my time and effort into that I'm not gonna love, that I'm not gonna be passionate about, that I'm not gonna care about, that I'm not gonna wake up and be like, yo, what's popping right now? If you don't care what happens with Facebook stock or technology stocks or Verizon or that world, if you're not in that ecosystem, don't play in there. Don't invest in there. Don't just buy crypto because it's hot. Don't just buy NFTs because they're hot. Don't just buy things because of the madness of crowds. It's like, focus on things that you can control, that you understand, that you know, like, and trust, things that help you move yourself ahead in life. That's the key. It's like the whole crypto craze. Like, yeah, you could probably make a lot of money in crypto, but you could make a lot of money in a lot of things. So it's just like, I don't know. The way that I look at the world and what I think is probably the simplest thing in the world, and this is the thing that I don't understand about some people, is like, if I was short on cash, simply, pure and simple, if I was short on cash, I will tell you exactly what I would do to make money. I would buy a cooler. I would fill it with ice. I would fill it with waters and Gatorades, and I would go to the outside of a major event and I would sell waters and Gatorades. That's what I would do. If I was ever on the verge of being short on cash, that's what I would do. That is the simplest and easiest way for an entrepreneur to scramble up an extra $100 in a day, by just going and doing that. That is the simplest thing in the world. But the vast majority of people just can't look beyond it. That's why the mind of an entrepreneur is so interesting, because they understand that if they can just be able to think on their feet quickly and move through looking for opportunities, being passionate about finding opportunities, they can find money anywhere. And if they can free up their mind away from the 8 hours a day that they have to invest into whatever it is in that traditional job, they can make as much, the money that they can make is limitless. And the education that they're going to get by throwing things against the wall and seeing if it will stick will ultimately make them far richer, likely far richer than they ever would have been had they relied on some other man or some other woman or some other they to give them a task that they get paid less than that company earns as a result. Now, I'm not saying don't work for people. I'm not saying that that's not a great way to make money and move ahead in life and live a great lifestyle, whatever. I'm just saying it's like the mindset of an entrepreneur is the same kind of mindset that we kind of all have to have inherently, no matter what. In theory, everyone needs to have the mindset of an entrepreneur to some degree. You have to be thinking about, where are there opportunities that I can seize? And it's like, let's say that you work a 9-to-5 job. Okay, fine. You work a 9-to-5 job and you make $400,000 a year. Well, when you come home from that 9-to-5 job, you could do one of two things. You could be like, I made enough money today, I'm about to chill. Or you could be like, what am I going to invest in? What do I do with this cash? Do I just let the cash sit in the bank? Because the reality is that it loses value there. You're losing money to inflation. So it's like everyone has to be an entrepreneur. Dismissing the responsibility of figuring out how to financially insulate yourself for your entire life is why people stay poor. So instead of everybody being like, that's not me, I'm not an entrepreneur, I don't think like that. It's like, you need to always be thinking about that. Just like you always need to be thinking about how you're going to insulate yourself, how you're going to protect yourself for the next downturn. What about your freedom? How are you going to protect your family? How are you going to protect your kids? How are you going to do that? It's like, we squander so much of our mental energy on inconsequential nothingness that if we were to just to apply ourselves and be more cognizant of the thoughts that go in and out of our brain and the internal conversation that we have with ourselves minute to minute, day to day, we'd live a better life. We'd have more money. We'd be more successful. We'd be surrounded by people and events and things that elevate us, that ultimately would get us to living our own personal legend and using the most of our capacity that we could ever imagine, and then some. But it's just like, no, like somebody like tickle my bag and throw me into a pile of Dogecoin. It's like, I guess. And like this type of mentality, especially as it relates to money, which is just a scoreboard, which is just an objective scoreboard of progress. Money is an objective scoreboard of progress. You know, do whatever you want, hate on it, I don't care, but it is not the only one, but it is one. It's like, you got to get that right. The amount of people that you can help can be proportionately measured in a lot of ways by the amount of resources that you hold and have access to. So I think that these are important things to remember. Yet we have people out here that are playing the lottery. We have people out here that are playing scratch off tickets. And it's like, yo, what are you doing? It's like, that's a great way to stay broke. We have people out here that are believing the mainstream media is going to tell them the truth, that the supposed health experts or the health professionals or the financial professionals or the crypto professionals or the whoever experts, the experts are going to have any incentive to tell them the actual truth. That's a lie. That's obviously not the case, but tickle my bag. It's like, it's just like every single person needs to realize that self-reliance is the key to success. And we have to be more on top of this type of stuff everywhere. I used to watch CNBC and I was like, yo, look at me. I'm watching CNBC. I'm like the guy. I'm the guy in the house with the cup of coffee and the tie and the Benz outside that's about to drive to work and stocks and bonds and up and down and buy sell. Like I was like, oh, look at me. I'm an adult now. Later, I realized that's a contrarian indicator. Watching CNBC is oftentimes a contrarian indicator because by the time the information gets boiled down to CNBC and then pumped into everyone's news, that shit's old news. All the people that are on top of it, they're not watching that. Kramer has no interest in making you more money. How many times have those guys even been right? They probably haven't. You know why? Because they're not incentivized to be right, because people will be on there anyways. If they were operating an internet-based channel, for example, where everybody had a million selections, a million options, they would have to work more for your money. They would have to compete more to get you to be captivated. So what do? They just entertain you. They just tickle your bag, put their thumb in your noose, and tell you to dance like a puppet. It's like they're not interested in your money. They're not interested in taking care of you. And people call in and they're like, yo, Kramer. And this is not a moratorium on Kramer, but it's like, they're like, yo, Kramer, should I sell such and such and such? And they'll be like highly researched and they'll be like, no, don't. And it's like, that's just that guy's opinion. Why? He knows better because he's 65 years old, because he's been doing it for 20 years? Not necessarily, because the reality is that nobody knows what the market's going to do. Otherwise, they'd be a billionaire. And I can assure you this much. They wouldn't be cashing a check from CNBC. They would be out gunning it. They would be on the beach in Pompeii. It's like in Pompeo. That's what they'd be. They'd be on the beach in Pompeo. They'd park their submarine under the water in Pompeii with Pompeo under the sea in a pineapple. They'd be drinking Trump juice from a pineapple under the sea in Pompeo with Pompeo in Pompeii. You get it? Cool, great, grand, wonderful. I'm about to start a new crypto coin. It's called Bag of Garbage coin. It's called Dirt Star coin. I saw somebody say that in the comments. Sean 87. Hey guys, grab my new NFT. It's a picture of my news. It's only $76,000. Bidding starts Monday. It's like, what? It's like all these people are going to be left holding the literal actual bag, the bean bag with all these NFTs. It's like, maybe, Bill, but probably not, but maybe. Everybody's got a hot pocket of stimmy bucks and no place to go invest it. Over the course of the Clam Dem, I spent so much less money on all the things that I usually spend money on. Concerts, events, travel, Uber, hotels, and plane tickets. That's what I always spend money on. I didn't spend money on any of those things. The vast majority of people didn't do that. Restaurants, a variety of other things. What did they do? They got all this cash sitting around. But instead of being smart about it, they're buying things like NFTs. They're buying grab of crispy penis coin. They're grabbing pen 15 coin at a fraction of a 50,000th of a penny, and they're like, yo, if it goes up to 0.201 millionths of a penny, I'll have $1 quadrillion. And it's like, sure, Bill, but maybe, I don't know, but like probably not, Jack. But whatever, tickle my bag. I don't know. It's like toss me off a bridge and I hope Pompeo catches me. It's like maybe, Bill, but probably not, guy. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's just like, I don't know. It's like, oh, like some person that you know or that you met for like a second will like Hail Mary. They're like, yo, buy trash hole coin. It's like sick. It's like, I'm about to get rich. And it's just like, are you though, Bob? I don't know. Probably not, guy. But maybe. But whatever. I don't know. And it's like, when do you sell? When do you buy? If I make $1, it's like, well, then what are we even doing? You're putting all this money at risk. Like, buy something that has more objective value that you can measure with a balance sheet. But tickle my bag. What's revenue? What's a business? Who even cares, right? People look at stocks like, it's just a stock. It's just a ticker. No, it's not. It's the collective assessment of value based on a vast market of buyers. And all of these people are directly competing with each other. Lots of really super smart people. Certainly more people than are investing in crypto at the very moment. I'm not here to dog or rag on crypto. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like, it's like you can objectively value a business in a lot of ways, or you can come certainly close as it compares to other businesses. In this new gambling casino roulette wheel of cryptocurrency, it's like, what's a crypto? Well, who knows? You don't even know. You could create 75,000 new cryptocurrencies next month. And this one could kill Dogecoin, and this one could kill Bitcoin, and this one could kill Ethereum, and this one could kill Bag of Rice coin, and this one could kill Dirt Star coin. You can infinitely duplicate and multiply and cash them in and cash them out, and the technology moves 1,000 miles a minute. The way that I built websites 5 years ago is completely different than I build websites today. And you don't think that the very fabric, the very lifeblood, the very juice in which the entire world operates, the financial system, is just going to be shattered by Dogecoin? It's like, maybe, Bill, but probably not. I don't know, but like, tickle my bag, call me in 10 years. My wager would be no, Pop. You know what I think is going to exist in 10 years? Verizon, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google. Let's see, what else? Probably Apple, probably Shopify, probably a variety of other technologies that are a lot more insulated for the long term. Amazon, it's like, I don't know, Bob, but like maybe Corn Pop, but I don't know, tickle my bag. It's just like, I'm just saying maybe, Bill, but maybe not. It's like if I did a backflip off a bridge, like, would Pompeo catch me? Maybe, but like probably not, guy. I don't know. Like, literally. Like, grab a feather and tickle my bag because the likelihood is pretty much zero, Corn Pop. I'm just saying, I don't know. Somebody says Bag of Rice coin. Yep, agreed. Thank you, Nicola, for the super sticker on YouTube. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Bag of Rice coin. Bobby Dirt Star coin. William says it's all going to crash. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but look, that's another theory. It's all going to crash. Okay. Thank you, Nicola. Look, markets crash. Markets go up and down. Markets ebb and flow, much like the the world does. It's all kind of a lesson. It's all kind of an analogy. It's all kind of a measurement. The world is nothing more than vibration, right? All energy is just vibrations. So it's just like the market moves up and down like a sound wave. If the market crashes and you don't sell, you didn't lose anything unless the companies that you invested in go out of business. Now, if a cryptocurrency crashes in that company, it's a lot more likely that a cryptocurrency would go out of business or go out of favor. Whereas if somebody has a company that produces revenue, that has assets like IP, employees, buildings, tools, instruments, operations, like materials, raw materials, cars, trucks, warehouses, production lines, all of that stuff, the likelihood of those types of businesses going out of style or going out of favor is far less likely than a digital nothing burger that everybody is trading for other digital nothing burgers so that they can find a greater fool to pay for something that really has no objective value. It's all subjective. It's all based on today's ticket. It's like you don't even know what whales there are that are just controlling and manipulating the price of those structures. It's like, I don't know, Pop, but maybe it's like the exact same thing that they want to escape. The exact same thing that they think that they're saving themselves from is just going to usher in more of exactly what they don't want. But whatever, who cares? So I'm just saying, I'm not here being like invest in the stock market. I'm just saying, like, I don't know that I'm certainly not going to sit on here and be like, oh, like, invest in cryptocurrency and it's going to shatter the financial system forever. And there's going to be two financial systems and one system is going to exist. And all of a sudden, every single manipulative evil person that's run the world for a quadrillion years is going to suddenly be shattered by Bitcoin, Rice coin, garbage coin, and Dirt Star coin. It's like, I guess, but probably not, Bill, but maybe, but I don't know. And the other thing too is like, can't we understand that the financial system, as bad as it is, and know it can be manipulated in lots of different ways, and there's lots of evildoers and all of that, there's also a lot of people that came up for nothing that utilize these exact same systems to do tremendous amounts of good. It's kind of like an analogy for the world. It's kind of like an analogy of how the world works. It's not all great. It's not all perfect. It's never going to be great, but it's as long as it's continuing to get better and great people get into positions of authority and positions of power where they can effectuate change on those structures, then we're moving and we're making progress towards a better world. And I think that that's the thing that we forget is we're just like everything's evil and everything's bad because a bunch of bad actors are operating in XYZ locations right now. And it's like, that doesn't mean we burn the whole house down. It's like, I'm just saying there might be a lot of good in there. We don't even know what the future will hold. So it's like, I don't know. It's like these people, these supposed evildoers, whatever, good luck getting away with that when we have communication systems like the ones that we have now, when the ability to communicate is much easier and much simpler in mass around the entire planet at once. I mean, think about how difficult it is for them to get away with the stuff that they get away with now than it was even 5 years ago, even 10 years ago. It's like, I just feel like there's a lot of things, and the winds of change blow slowly, and the evolution of the general zeitgeist takes a lot of time. But as long as we are all set on making it a better place, working towards it, surrounding ourselves with people that think that way, putting out things into the atmosphere and things into the ecosystem that are quality, that are not like, let's just burn this mother down, I think that there's a lot of solution that can happen in the course of a lifetime. I think there's a lot of things that we underestimate what we're capable of doing. Imagine if the people around you, the best people that you know, the 30 best people you know, were in high positions in business, government, public policy, political position. I mean, think about that. Media, whatever else. It's like, who are the media people now? It's like, imagine 25 years from now, if you believe in what I'm saying is good and generally speaking, you feel like what I'm putting out is the right thing. Well, imagine if I had 50 million followers. It's like, imagine if I had that type of pull. Imagine if you had that type of pull. Imagine what can happen as the winds of change blow and the universe rises to meet the things that are good. Because generally speaking, whether we like it or not, the world is objectively a better place today than it was 50 years ago. And even though in certain cases it's bad and this is not perfect and this is not that, this is the safest time to be alive in the history of human existence. This is the freest nation the earth has ever seen. And as bad as it ever is, we are the safest, with the most access, with the least amount of war, with the least amount of danger, with the least amount of destruction, with the most wealth, with the best health, with the longest lifespan. It's like, what else do we want? It's like we're all over here looking at all the things that are bad, forgetting about all the tremendous progress that's being made towards good. And we're like, oh, goo. It's like, nah, dog. And it's just like, oh, Dogecoin is going to shatter this. It's like, I don't know, Pop, but like, probably not. I'm just saying, I think we're moving in the right direction. And if we could just be a little more optimistic about the capacity of what we can achieve in a lifetime, instead of being like, they're all evil, burn it all down, bing, bang, bong, the world is trash. It's like, it's like, change it. Can't we change it? It's like, I'm pretty hungry right now. I'm trying to do things that are going to be objectively good. I'm out here gunning. Are you out here gunning? Are the people around you doing that? Imagine if we were all doing that. Imagine if all we were doing was talking about getting better, thinking about the right things, doing the right things, going the right places, moving things forward, accelerating and lifting each other up. Imagine how much better the world would be then. Because the reality is that people have been doing that forever. That's what's been happening. It's safer for that reason. It's better for that reason. America exists for that reason. We have this tool here for that reason. You're seeing this right now because of that. It's like, it's just like this account grew because that's the right thing. Because most people believed that it was good and worth elevating. That's why you share it. That's why you post it. That's why you comment. That's why you watch live, because you think that this is the right thing that you need and maybe other people need. So it lifts itself. And it's like, I'm showing up, people support, they buy badges, they send donations, they buy merch, they share the content, they tell their friends about it. And just like that, small people just plant a lot of seeds and it continues to elevate. It's like, can't we all do that? Because I guarantee you that we can. It's like we all have a shot. We all have a series of shots consistently over our entire life, but we're just like, no, boo, goo. It's like, I can't be like them. It's like, yeah, you can. You can get a seat at the table. All you got to do is make one. But we're like, no, I can't. It's impossible. How could I? But this, but that. But only, if then, oh, it's this, it's that. Self-imposed obstacles, excuses. Excuses are self-imposed obstacles that prevent you from having a better life. Tony Horton, one of my favorite quotes ever. It's like, yo, what are we doing? It's like, what are you thinking about? What are you talking about? What are you choosing to consume? When you get off this live stream, what are you about to do, dog? What are you about to do? What content are you following? What pages do you follow? What do you decide to let in here? And then what do you put out? If we were all to just fix that just a little bit, 1% a day, that's 37 times a year. It's like, I don't know, cornbread. It's like, couldn't we just tickle all of our collective bags and the world would be a lot better of a place? And it's just like, we underestimate what we can do in a lifetime. But it all starts like with your mindset. It starts with the things that you choose to consume, the things that you choose to think about. And like, what do you output? Who do you follow? It's like, think about just the pages that you follow, even just on Instagram. Have you ever done an audit of just the pages that you follow and eliminate all the negatives, eliminate the people that are not talking about the things that you want to, and follow things that are going to get you in a line into a better place? Unfollow the person from high school that you have no reason knowing that they took a picture with their dog and they had barbecue and mac and cheese for dinner today. It's like, unfollow that person, focus that time and use that time in a more productive manner so that you can live a better life. It's like we're over here squandering all this precious time in this beautiful rotating rock in the middle of a who knows what, and we're like squandering this precious, objective, limited amount of time that we have, being like, what? Like, did you see that? It's like, did you see that Joe Jonas farted on TV? It's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe. Steven on Facebook said, "Si se puede." Oh, I love it. So I'm just saying, like, we have a limited amount of time. We have a high amount of capacity, but we grossly underestimate what we can do with it. We grossly underestimate how productive our time can be and how productive the people that we surround ourselves with can be. And the vast majority of people are afraid of failure. And like, I'm not out here just like totally failing. It's like, I'm just doing the best that I can. I'm trying to get better. As long as I'm improving, as long as I'm coming and as long as I'm showing up and getting up to bat and trying over and over again, then to me, that's progress. That's the mission. T. Hendricks says it's hard to be positive when you're awake. No, it's not. No, it isn't. I'm awake. It's not hard to be positive. It's hard to be positive if you tell yourself that it's hard to be positive. If you constantly beat yourself up because, oh, it's so difficult. It's like, no, it's not. It's not hard to be positive. Be positive. Think positive. Just because you're awake doesn't mean that your life has to be miserable. Unfollow, unfriend because they don't agree with you. I never said that. DJ Tags. I didn't say that. I'm not saying because they don't agree with you. I'm saying because they don't raise your vibration towards a more productive use of your time. I said unfollow the person that you haven't talked to since high school that's taking a picture of their mac and cheese. Bro, some of it must have got lost. Says, bro, some of us have children. It's not about me. I'll make it. But what opportunities are there for my child in the coming F years, 10 plus years from now? What do you mean? What opportunities are there? There's plenty of opportunities. There's plenty of opportunities. You got to help create them. You got to teach them how to be independent, how to think for themselves, how to be entrepreneurial, how to figure out how to be self-reliant and self-sufficient, and not think that the world is a negative, no good, very bad, evil place that they'll never be able to succeed in because of X, Y, or Z reason. People have been saying that the world is going to end since the beginning of time. People have been doom and glooming since forever. I'm not saying don't pay attention to what's going on, but I'm saying like keep a positive mindset and try to figure out how to preserve and evolve your ecosystem and do the best that you can. You can only control what you can control, but it's like I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, we're all screwed. You're right. Let's all just stick our head in the sand and just jump off a bridge. It's like I don't know, man. I refuse to think that way. I'm thinking abundance. I'm not going to think limited mindset. It's like you're friends with a person that you're like, well, I don't want, like you're thinking limited. Oh, I'm never going to meet a better friend. I'll never meet a better boyfriend. I'll never meet a better girlfriend. I'll never get a better this. I'll never have a better job. That's the type of place. That's the type of thing that keeps you in a perpetual low vibration. That's the type of thing that keeps you in a perpetual state of sadness, a perpetual limited mindset. Sable on Facebook says it's how you process information and learn from that and grow. Yes, absolutely. We got to be growing, Corn Pop, and we got to be willing to take shots as a result and take the negative aspects of trying new things and being willing to take risks. The more my account grows, the more people that I reach, the more people hate on me. Don't care. It's like, all right, hate on me. Go do what you got to do. But as long as I don't have doubt in the progress that I'm making, as long as you don't have doubt in what you're doing is the right thing, those things bounce off you. They bounce off you like nothing. It's like, all right, cool. Hate on it. I don't care. What are you going to do about it? I'm waiting for Donnie and Pompeo and the Pineapple Submarine. Same. Chuk says his brother-in-law's cousin passed on a motorcycle tonight. That's very unfortunate. I'm sad to hear that. That's very unfortunate. And that's the thing is like, look, we don't know how much time we got. So it's like, what are we doing? Are we living? Buy the plane ticket. Take the trip. Take the risk. Figure out how you're going to do it the best you can and keep trying. I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that, Chooks. People on Facebook and YouTube are expressing condolences to Chooks as well. Sable says the people that hate on others and pick are the ones that will never be happy with themselves. So why try to satisfy them? Right. Generally speaking, people that hate are not satisfied with their own operation. I agree with that. Life is extremely precious. See, and that's kind of the message. Like that's the type of thing that I'm trying to say is that, like, if we could only take more time to realize that our time is limited, and that if we figure out how to use it and utilize it to the best of our abilities, we win. Steven on Facebook says if you have a troll, ask them how they feel. 40 messages later. Yeah. People are asking on Instagram if I got a t-shirt. Yep, I did. I ordered it online. It'll be 63 years before it gets here because the supply chain is a bag of garbage and Joey Basement's in his basement. I hate how this mix keeps going. It's so annoying. I'm going to switch it to Ben Bower. Brad says, I love life, beanbag. Yeah, facts. Good. That's how you got to be, man. I got a couple questions. Jenna Rose SP says, nothing to ask. Just want to tell you I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Jenna. Born to Travel 300 says, thoughts on Ellen DeGeneres canceling her show. I really don't know. I don't have the inside track on that, but from what most people in Hollywood seem to be saying, and from what the tabloids and all the newspapers and whatnot and all the media, which who knows if they can be trusted, what they were all saying is that it was a toxic workplace. So is she ending the show because she wants to end the show because it's really a challenge, or is she ending it because it's a toxic workplace and people don't want to work there and they feel like it's going to be difficult to get advertisers? I think that's much higher likely. Border Travel says, are you wearing an Express tee today? Yes, this actually is one. People are like, don't buy it from Express. It's like, all right, well, I already bought it, unfortunately. Let's see what other questions I got on here. So I got a couple people in the comments. A couple people in the questions have been asking about this. This juice lottery. That was actually one of the articles that I sent to myself. And is like, so for those that don't know, the state of Ohio is doing a Corona Clap juice lottery, where an Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, who from all the messages that I hear, is just a bag of Christmas beans cooked over an open fire until they fall apart and they're just mushy goo. He said that he basically said that they are going to any Ohio resident who has received at least one shot of the juice is going to be eligible to win a $1 million lottery. If any clown sneaker actually goes and gets the juice because of this, you're an idiot. But whatever. This is the type of thing. This is the type of thing. These people are trying to appeal to the lowest common denominator of people. The people that would be convinced on what to do with their health based on a theoretical potential lottery. Like, I don't know how many residents there are in the state of Ohio. There's 11.69 million residents in Ohio. I don't know how many of them got the juice, but let's say it's 50%. So out of 5 million people, 4 people are supposedly going to win this $1 million lottery. And they're so it's like, cool. Yeah, great. So the thing that's sad about that is that that's going to be taxpayer dollars. It's for adults only. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? If you're making a decision about your own health based on whether or not you could potentially win $1 million, good luck with that, cornbread. One student will be randomly selected each Wednesday for 5 weeks as well, and they will receive a full scholarship, including tuition, room, and board, and books to an Ohio university. This is messed up. This is just government.
March of 2020.
It's just taxpayer money being squandered. Shauna on Facebook says, I feel like I'm in a nightmare with how fast the world is going into the dumps. Agreed. Amy on Facebook says they could put that million towards a million other things, but whatever. I agree totally. Billy on Facebook says, hell no, they're literally bribing people. Yep, that's the name of the game, cornbread. You get a free juice, you get a free diabetes disc, you get a free beer. Blake says, I live in Ohio, first time playing the lotto. Nice. That means you got the juice, Blake. That's not good. Turning the juice into a game show prize. Oh, Blake says, JK, I'm not an idiot. Good job. But the donut, don't you want a donut? Don't you just want a free donut? The winner will be like a McMillions winner. Watch the connects when it comes out. Yeah, exactly. Who's even to know? I'm sure that no one will manipulate that. They're putting a juice station and a pineapple under the sea. Agreed. Free donut. Yeah, Chooks has been handing out donuts. Gangbusters. Some people have been asking to see my dog. He's having a sleepover right now. So because I'm going out of town. So sick. That's a really good point that Blake just made on Instagram. He said, DeWine is an idiot. How is this legal? What if someone medically isn't allowed to get the juice? File a complaint for disability. I think that's a completely reasonable and valid point. Amy on Facebook says, I see a black market for juice cards even more so people can get on in that lotto. Maybe. It's being advertised on McD's fries. Yeah. I'm going to San Diego. San Diego, a whale's vagine. Some people say it means an old wooden ship. Bribes against humanity. My mentality is not allowing me to get the juice. Facts. I worked at a liquor store for about 5 years, and people were way beyond LPST on the lotto. I'm going to San Diego tomorrow. Hey, if anybody's in San Diego and they want to get a cold pop with your boy Bobby Sauce, hit me up in the DMs, Corn Pop. Maybe I'll. You know what I was thinking about doing? I don't know what type of clout or whatever you want to call it. Not clout, but impact, whatever this account would have if I was to be like, yo, let's go to this place. But I'm lightheartedly thinking that like when I'm in San Diego, if I have a place that I'm going to go, then I'm going to just be like, yo, I'm going to be at this bar or whatever and see if some people show up. So if you're in San Diego and you're going to be there this weekend for the next 5 days, hit me up in the DM and I'll meet up with you. Just don't be weird. Don't be weird. I'll be there for 5 days. Sean says, when is Brondo going to be used on plants? Hopefully soon. It's what plants need. People are saying YSD because I'm visiting my family. Just don't be weird. Yo, Steven, get out of there with that. I hope you're joking. Steven on Facebook says, does anybody want to buy a juice card? Nah, fam. I'm about to delete that comment. I hope you're joking, but. All right, good. Yeah. So over the summer, I was thinking about what it would take to like have an event or whatever in Florida, and I was asking around to some people that own some venues and stuff like that, and I was trying to figure out what would be a possibility. I am going to Tennessee next week. I was trying to figure out what would be a possibility as to what I could do and like what type of gathering I could have. And it's proving to be increasingly more difficult to have a venue. So that's why what I think is ultimately going to happen is I'm going to be like, yo, I'm going to be at this place. And I'll just tell people that if they want to link up, just go there. And I'll just see how many people show up. So San Diego, maybe I'll have a cold pop with somebody in San Diego. I don't know. We'll see. People are like, it would be weird pulling Simpolito on you. Yo, Babo. That would be good. So let's see. A Marked Life says, "Is it the end of the world? It kind of seems like it. We're in a downward spiral." Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's one way of looking at it. I don't necessarily think that we're in a downward spiral. I think that I think there's definitely a lot of bad things happening objectively, but I don't know. I try to be optimistic about what's going on, and just try to keep I try to just stay positive about what's going on. But I don't know. Saving up. How do you stay positive? The way that I stay positive is trying to make objective improvements in my life. Either generate more money, either make my house better, buy new sheets, buy new towels, buy a new pair of shoes, wash my car, upgrade my computer chair, buy a new computer monitor, go to a new place, buy a hotel room somewhere, buy a plane ticket and go somewhere. I try to just make small incremental changes that make me constantly upping whatever is happening. The thing that I've been doing a lot lately is just like going to the gym as much as I can, and like really trying to go to the gym as much as possible. That's been the thing that's like been really, I think, making the biggest difference, and focusing on the people that I choose to hang around with.
Ocean fire, I was wrong. Years I followed just a sun.
What other questions we got? Patriotic Texas says, "What's your favorite book and your favorite movie?" My favorite movie is The Shawshank Redemption, or Blow, or Goodfellas. It's kind of like a tie between those three, but if I had to pick one, The Shawshank Redemption is my favorite movie. What's my favorite book? I think the easy answer is The Alchemist, but I really like the book 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. That book really just like shook it up. There's a book by this guy named Corey Wayne called How to Be a 3% Man. That book is pretty awesome. And there's a book by Barbara Corcoran that I really liked as well. It's like the story of her life. That book I really liked a lot as well. Another book that I really like is Living with a Seal with Jesse Itzler. That book is awesome. I'm trying to find the book by Barbara Corcoran. Yeah, so Shark Tales by Barbara Corcoran. How I Turned $1,000 into a $1 billion business. Really good. Cherie says, "What's your favorite comedy movie?" I feel like Superbad is like probably one of the best ones I've seen, but probably like in terms of like probably like what's it called? What is that movie called? Half Baked. Half Baked was probably my favorite comedy movie of all time. Lawrence Rodriguez on Facebook says, who are your top 2 content creators?" Anomaly and Ron Paul. Definitely Ron Paul and Anomaly are my 2 favorite content creators. Anomaly is at Dream Rare on Instagram, and he's Anomaly with a 0 on YouTube and Facebook. And Ron Paul is the Ron Paul Liberty Report on YouTube. Those are my 2 favorite content creators. And Luke from wearechange.org. I really like Luke from wearechange.org. Sable Heim says, do you like Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Yes. My favorite comedy is Half Baked. Billy Schmidt says, what's your favorite scary movie? Probably The Fifth Kind, maybe. The Fifth Kind I thought was pretty awesome. It's not really like that scary, but The Fifth Kind I thought was pretty cool. One of my favorite movies ever is Prisoners. I really love that. Prisoners was such an awesome movie. I constantly am trying to find a movie as good as Prisoners. I love that movie so much. Share Bear Piz. Yes, thank you so much. She said you and Anomaly are my top 2 right now. Hell yeah, that's what's up. I like to be put in any category with Anomaly. This dude is extremely on point. I really like all the content that he puts out. He just does such a great job. And he's educated me on lots of things. Chook says, sauce keeps me sane sometimes. Money well spent. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. And all the support. You're the man. Thank you so much. Steven says, what about the movie The Fifth Element? Sure. Natural Killer. Yo, thanks everybody that got the badges. I'm going to give a quick shout out. Leo's the Lion, Chook's Official, Sean87 Callahan, A Win J, Heather575, Ryan Big Ray Fozzie, Jen Lisa 80, Lisa Chaser 20, and Bell 296. Thank you so much for the badges on Instagram. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Excuse me. And thanks to Nicola for the super sticker on YouTube. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. It is a very good feeling. It is a very good feeling knowing that people continue to support and that they are willing to do that. It's surprising. It's something that I never anticipated, but I just want you guys to know how much I do appreciate that. So all the people that have the hearts next to their name on Instagram, thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. And I will say thank you to every single person that ever buys one of them ever. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for doing that. Freddie Got Fingered. Yeah, that was an interesting movie. Thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate it. Chooks is always on here asking how much to Venmo. Anybody that votes in the Chooks poll, always say the highest number possible, even though Chooks is already insanely generous with how much that he donates to the channel, and it is highly appreciated. Yo, so there will be blood. Watch it. Okay. People are saying, what happened to San Diego? I don't know what you mean by what happened to San Diego. Let's see what other questions I got in here. It's on Netflix. Okay. Sean knows what question he just asked me. I don't know about that, bro. Let's see. Brittany DiCarlo says, DeSantis said no to mandatory passports. Cruise ships said they won't dock here. I didn't know about that, but I'll have to look into that. Peace Love Rat says, do I think Peace Love Rat says, do I think that the attack, do I think there was really attack on the gas, a cyber attack on the gas, or do I think it was a cover up for something? The short answer is I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what happened with all that. I don't think that it's fair to say, like, oh, I'm going to just chalk this up to whatever because I think it's this or that. Could it be a distraction? Perhaps, yes, but I don't know. I just don't know that. The thing that really puzzles me about it all, because like you never know what to trust anymore. But what we also have to remember is that we're not always going to get the full story, and we're certainly not going to get it. We're certainly not going to get it at any expeditious rate. We're not going to get the full details and the full story of anything right away. So, could it have been a distraction? Certainly, it could have. But like, for me to be like, yeah, it definitely is. I don't know. I just don't think so. What I do find interesting is that they supposedly had to pay some ransom, but then they just didn't pay the ransom and then somehow were able to turn it back on anyways, which I find kind of interesting. It's like, how does that even work? So I think that the full story of what it could be is not going to come out for some time. And I think that any estimate as to what happened would be unfair for me to just guess. Brady DiCarlo says, I'm in Southwest Florida. I saw it on the news tonight. I'm wondering if he'll change his mind since FL relies on tourist money. I think that that's an idle threat. I think that's an idle threat from the cruise companies. Oh, we're just not going to dock there. We have all the resources to dock. We have international airports. Like Fort Lauderdale has an international airport that people come in all over the world to dock here. I think that those companies are kidding themselves. They're just going to not dock here. Where the fuck are you going to dock? Kentucky? Like, come on. I don't know. I think everybody hates on DeSantis because they're afraid that he's leading. And you got to remember too is that these cruise ships have been getting choked for the last year. So it's like the cruise ships have been getting choked. They're finally going to get the ability to make money again, and they're going to go because of this, because of the juice. They're going to redo their whole thing because DeSantis. It's like, I don't know, dude. I think that they're virtue signaling and they're trying to threaten him. I think that really what they're trying to do is they're just trying to virtue signal and show how cool they are. Yeah, they love ragging on him. They love ragging on Santa Claus because he's got all the presents. He's got all the presents and all the gifts coming down the chimney. He's the dude. Ron DeSantis is the best governor in America. Like large facts, like the biggest and largest and most significant and obvious facts is that Santa Claus has all of the gifts. He's coming in on a sleigh. He's sliding down the chimney, and he has every gift imaginable. Steven on Facebook says, Governor Goat. Yes. Agreeable. Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's not even gonna. Yeah, and it's like Santa Claus is bringing the heat, and like he's running the best state in America. I went to an outdoor concert in Miami 2 weeks ago with 15,000 people, and everybody was doing what? Smiling, dancing, having a good time, high-fiving, breathing particles into each other's eye. And it's like everything was fine. And it's just like people are like, oh, no. It's like, dog, like, stop. A lot of these numbers are goosed. You bag of trash. It's like these numbies have been goosed, Corn Pop. On top of all that, you want to get the juice, you bag of rice. Let other people live their life. It's like, you know what's a good thing that you could do? Eat healthy food and exercise regularly. Oh no, eat vitamins. It's like, I don't know, Pop. Have a piece of celery. It's like, tickle my bag. Oh yeah. So I got a message today from Amazon Pay. I got an email today from Amazon Pay that they're revoking my Amazon Pay account on the Bobby Sauce store. So apparently anybody that bought anything on my store with Amazon Pay, or if they paid for a donation on bobbysauce.com with Amazon Pay, apparently they're going to steal the money or back charge me for any donations that came in with Amazon Pay on bobbysauce.com, because they say I'm soliciting donations, and apparently you can't use Amazon Pay for that. Who even knew? So if anybody sees anything from Amazon Pay this week coming from my store, understand that that's what that is, and I'm going to do the best I can to figure it out. I think I'm going to have to change the word donate on the site to like contribute, like you're buying a message or something from me. I don't know. People just like want to donate for whatever reason. That's against the rules. It's like, okay. It's like, I'm not saying it's a tax deductible donation. It's just people that want to contribute. So I think I'm gonna have to change it to like contribute and get a message or something stupid, but whatever. We'll see. Somebody asked me why my water bottle said nope, and I just said I'd circle back. That's awesome. Joe says I live in Connecticut, left wing hellhole. 12:30. Did I hear about Mussolini opening up with no diaper mandate? Yes, I did see that. The guy is trying to bribe everybody, and I mean, it's like it's too little, too late, Pop. I mean, he's trying to bribe everybody. He's trying to bribe everybody to maintain his votes. And the thing that I find sad about it is like, are people going to unite around Caitlyn Jenner? I don't know. It seems like the general view of things is mixed. So I don't know. So I hope that some other people step up. I hope Rich Grinnell steps up, because I think he would be a great governor for California. But I don't live in California, so I don't know. Jen says you called it in your video. Oh, that it's a bribe. Yeah. Tulsi Gabbard is a Dem. Billy says DeSantis should run as a dual state governor. I heard Rich Grinnell's not running. Well, that sucks. Sarah says, I want to move to Florida from California. I believe that's a good idea, Pop. I do believe that's a good idea. I'm looking up who all the candidates are in California. See, they're going to give Caitlyn Jenner all the news and press, because they want to pump that, because it's sensational. Because remember, it's like people are there for money. They're only doing it for money. That's the only reason why any of these things happen. So they're incentivized to pump the fact that it's Caitlyn Jenner and just make a mockery out of it. They just love it. They know that there's lots of money that's going to come in if they go and do that. Someone resurrect Reagan. Okay. What is it now? Somebody on Facebook said Jenner will go full lib if elected. It's probability. Thanks, Chooks. That's what's up. Appreciate you, fam. Yeah. Time to eat my Panda Express. Okay. Yeah. I do find it troubling. I do find it troubling that there's not a better candidate. It's like California is the most populous state in the union, and somehow they can't find any decent candidates other than Bruce. Caitlyn Jenner. It's like, I guess. Thanks for the Venmo, Chooks. That's what's up, man. Much appreciated. Thank you for that. A Mark Life says, Bobby, stop eating fast food. I'm not eating fast food. I was reading the comments. Someone in the comments said it's time to eat their Panda Express. I'm not eating Panda Express. Panda Express gives people the mud butt. It's because Newsom buys everyone and everything. Yeah. So, yo, Chooks, much appreciated. Thank you so much for that, and thanks for all the people that are telling him to send $88 or whatever. That's what's up. Mikey says, "Don't worry, Kanye is coming soon to save California." I don't know about that. I doubt that. Max, Panda Express hurts the Dirt Star. Agreed. I would have to say that is probably true. Somebody says, "Bring Arnold Schwarzenegger back." Yeah. Yeah, people really don't. Yo, you know what's crazy? I made this video yesterday about Gavin Newsom, and like, my Facebook videos do considerably better when they're longer. But I don't make videos. I don't make videos for the purpose of them being long. Like way back when, I would like make longer ones specifically for that purpose, so that they would perform better on Facebook, so I could keep growing both of the channels. But then I just was like, I probably shouldn't be doing this. I should just be making whatever I want to make, and it'll work if it works. I did this video yesterday about Gavin that has 531 shares, 1.3 thousand comments, or 531 shares, 90 comments, 1.3K likes, and it has I think it has over 20,000 views. See if it can. 22,000 views. This video has been cooking today. Yesterday it got like 5,000, and then today it went from 5,000 to 22,000. I checked it like a couple of hours ago, and it was at 20, and it's at 22,000 views. So the video that I made yesterday called "Gavin Mussolini Bribes California" is now making its way to being like one of my most popular Facebook videos ever, which is interesting. It's kind of interesting how these things take off. It's really kind of fun. But yeah, 22,000 views on that video on Facebook yesterday. Thank you, Billy. Billy said he shared it on Facebook. Sable says, "I have a short attention span, and your videos are probably about the only ones I can watch all the way through." Thank you. Yeah, I really try to make sure that if they're there, they're valuable. I try not to fill them with any fluff. I try to really make sure that when I'm doing them, I'm really like bringing the noise, and like doing the best that I can. Jen Lisa says, "You're fucking hilarious. Thank you so much." It was definitely a good video. It was such a good video. Thanks for speaking about this idiot governor. It's cool. It's like the thing about some of the topics is like sometimes I can really run with it, and other times it's like the content is just so like that it's difficult to create the humor out of it, other than to just be like, this is trash. Somebody said I'm sweating. Am I sweating? Kind of looks like I am. I probably am. I'm not sharing it. What really makes me sweat is when I'm like, ah, yeah, like when I'm really going after it. Mike Manning says, your video with your friend who is a teacher was priceless. Nice. Nice. I'm glad you liked it. She's not a teacher. That was just a bit. But thank you. People are like, you got the Bobby Sauce glow. Yeah, true that. Yo, did everybody see my my cologne? Did everybody see this? I made a Bobby Sauce cologne. Look at that. This company hit me up and was like, do you want to make a cologne? And I actually made my own cologne. So I'm going to bring it to California and I'm going to wear it. We'll see what happens. We'll see if people are like, you really smell like cardamom and sandalwood. Like, you really smell like cedarwood, rose, violet, ginger, and nutmeg. So I'm gonna try it out in the real life, and we'll see what happens. But a few people hit me up and they're like, that's crazy. How do you have that? And I was like, I don't know, dude. They just hit me up and they're like, do you want to make a scent? And I was like, yeah. I was like, sure. At first I was like, that's kind of stupid. But when I thought about it, I'm like, why not? Like, why not? There's been a lot of things that I've done with this channel that I didn't think would work or I didn't think anybody would care about. And some people and people have loved it. I'm like, all right, cool. But it's kind of a cool website that you can make your own scent, and then I guess you can sell it. I don't really know the exact thing, but I believe that you like take a quiz about the thing that you want, you design the bottle, you create a label, and then I believe that they sell it and ship it for you. I really don't know the exact fundamentals of it, but I thought it was kind of cool. I was like, that's rad. So I'm probably gonna make one. I don't know that it cost me anything, but I created a pretty cool one, and I like how they smell. So it's like, dope. Like, what's a scent anyways? Like, it's like you go and you smell them, they smell good. I don't know. It's like, who even cares? It's like we all have like one or two colognes or one or two perfumes that we like. We stick with them forever. It's like, all right, cool. These smell good. Who cares? It's like they smell good. What's the difference? It's like, do I need to buy Polo Red or whatever it is? It's like, if it smells good, it smells good. So who cares? So I think I might try it out. We'll see. Joe's World says Bobby Spice for men. Leftist repellent. That's pretty good. That's a good idea. Sable says we need some pineapple in that scent. Yeah, I agree. You smell like nutmeg and cinnamon. Bobby Sauce scented candles. Yeah, I mean, who knew? I don't know. Somebody was like, does it have bad comments in it? I'm pretty sure it's pretty natural. So the one that I made, the primary one that I made has rose, white musk, violet, orris. I don't know what that is. Cedarwood, cardamom, cumin, ginger, nutmeg, vetiver, and musk. The intense one has ocean. I don't know what the hell that means. Vanilla, lavender, cedarwood, pine needle, and sage. And then the sexy one is rose, ocean, citrus, black pepper, patchouli, cedarwood, cardamom, vetiver, and musk. I don't even know. I don't even know what that means. I don't know. Old beanbag spice. That's a good idea right there. Old beanbag spice. That's funny. Yeah, and a bunch of people have been asking me about making like a Bobby sauce, and I'm like, yeah, I would love to do that. I got to figure out how to do that. How to white label hot sauce. That would be hilarious. Yeah, it has black pepper in it. I'm gonna go to Hots. I'm gonna private label some hot sauce. I don't know, man. We're getting into a whole other thing here now. Vetiver's bomb smells like a forest. Sure. Dapper Dirt Star. Yes. Nikki says we call men's cologne aftershave in the UK. I believe aftershave is a different product than cologne. in the United States, but yeah. We were going to patent a barbecue sauce. Yeah, Dapper Dirt Star is pretty funny. Big Parma. Yeah, I'm hip to that. Bobby's Tickle Your Bag sauce. Sure. All of these things seem fine. I had a couple of other things. It'll tickle your dirt star. Agreed. Big Parma pasta, yes. From under the Fun Bridge. Agreed. Yeah, Pompeo pineapple scented candle would be a delight. I agree with that. Does it make magnets stick to you? Sure, probably. Sometimes in these live streams, I feel like I'm just like kind of facilitating a chat room to exist. It's like sometimes it doesn't even matter what I say. It's just a chat room, which is fun. Bobby sauce special gabagool, yeah, agreed. Rachie Bo is waving. Tip of the wave to you, Corn Pop. Someone I know, Crystal Neal Kelly says, someone I know said her mom and grandma tried to stick the magnet to her arm. Didn't work. Yeah, that is totally a lie. I don't know that because I didn't get the juice. I can't do it on myself, but it seems to me like that would be a total and simple and complete lie, you bags of garbage. It's like, oh, like I could find it right now. Like, okay, watch. This is a magnet. This is where I got the juice right here on this arm. This is how it sticks to me. Oh, yo, guys, look, it sticks. But look, it doesn't stick on the other arm. Watch. Oh, it's like, shut up. That's like the stupidest, simplest thing that anybody could do. It's did you see? It's like, that is a total hack. That's like, it's like, I mean, how dumb. Like, I licked this, and then you didn't even tell. I just put the other side of the cat. Like, are we stupid? Yo, guys, share it. It's like everybody that, they're laughing at us, but whatever. It's like the world is trash. People are like, I'm about to go magnet my parents. Yeah, I guess. See, somebody said news from Maria. I love Maria. I think she's awesome. And I could hear her right now, what she would say as her response to this. She'd be like, well, I want to talk about things that could be true. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that. I understand that mentality. But I just generally don't want to be talking about things that it's just like, nah. It's like, I don't know. Nah, though. Like, I don't want to be spending our precious time being like, maybe, Bill. It's like, I don't know, Jack. I hate when Instagram does this. It limits me to one comment. It's like I can only see one comment at a time. It's so annoying. It's like, could you not, Bill? Like, I'm trying to live my life here, you jabron. Shane says the woman in the video was a lib and was making fun of conspiracy theory people. That seems highly probable. That's the type of thing. It's like people don't pay attention and they just share it because it's simple and easy. And it's like, dog, you're making us look dumb. But no. So that's why I don't trust anything. Tiffany says, wasting our precious time. Have you seen what we talk about in the comments? Yeah, but you're just like having fun in the comments. It's like it's 1:00 in the morning. It's like people are just jamming. It's like I don't know. Anonymity says 1 of 8 people don't believe in the sun. They believe it's a hologram, and they're called sun truthers. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one. Queefanon. People said it's 9:45 here in California. Yeah. I mean, I'm in Florida, so it's super late here. The biggest concentration of people that follow this page are in New York, at least on Instagram. So for them, it's like they're all just like, "Oh, why are you up so late?" People are like, "What time is my flight?" My flight's like tomorrow. It's like tomorrow afternoon. I do have to be up early though, which is just great. It's typical me teeing myself up for like 15 seconds of sleep and then just getting like clapped. I like to sleep on the plane though. I don't want to be awake on there anyways. Somebody said, pretty sure he's aware of the time change. Yep, I sure am. Did you know there's a different time in other places? Yurko Design says flat Earth is kind of interesting. Yeah, kind of interesting. Like it's not a thing, but yeah. Skydiver Mad says, "Am I going to wear a face diaper?" They're probably going to force me to wear one on the plane. I'm certainly going to try not to. WCGM says, "Will you be in downtown SD?" I mean, probably. I guess I'll probably be gas lamping it. I'll probably be in a variety of different places. I really don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I think we're just going to zap. So, like I said, if anybody's in San Diego and wants to yell Pompeo at me, hit me up. Just don't be weird. Just do me a favor and don't be weird. Not trying to have any weirdos. You know? I'm going to San Diego to visit my cousins. Eat and drink during the flight. Yeah. Yeah. I'm hip to that. I really like the idea. I forget who it was, but they like ate they just ate like a Twizzlers. They were like eating Twizzlers the whole time. I thought that was hilarious. Just eat a Twizzlers. Sunflower seeds. You know what I do when I'm on the plane? Top secret. I just pretend like I'm asleep. And they don't wake me up. Or I just go to sleep. I like put the diaper like right here and I'll just go to sleep. Or I'll like put it under my chin and just pass out. Watch them ban Twizzlers now. Yeah, true that. Leo's the Lion says, meet up with Anomaly while you're out here. Yeah, I mean, he'd have to agree to meet up with me. I can't just be like, yo, meet up with me. Lolo Girl says, I ordered beef broccoli and got like 2 pieces of beef. That's unfortunate. Holy Christmas. There was a video with a guy eating and sniffing Cheetos the entire time. Yeah, I just sleep on the planes. Billy Simpolito is the greatest character ever invented. Hell yeah, I agree. I got a couple other questions that were on here. Lana Liberty 1 says, do you know that Don Jr. follows you? I'm sure you do, just making sure. Yep, I did know that. Hunter Bianco 96 said, what app do you use to make your head all wide and goofy to become Bobby? I just take the juice. No, I that's just an Instagram filter. Sean 87 said, what is my worst fear? Probably like plummeting to my death, maybe. Like falling off a mountain, maybe. Used to be afraid of, like, I'm not very good with heights. Like, I'm all right with heights, but I'm not like one of those cats that's just like, yeah. So I guess plummeting my death, perhaps. Shane on Facebook just says, tickle your bag, question mark. Yep. Joe says, is flying really a good idea then? I mean, I'm not going to fall out of the plane. If the plane crashed, I would die in it. I wouldn't just be like falling unless somebody pushed me out. So I don't know. Mark Life says, that I read this Ohio story about $1 million to juice people. Yeah, I already talked about that on this live. Yeah. Sable says more likely to die in a car than a plane. That's true. Ryan Big Ray says, what's the first artist you would see right now for a concert? Any band? Well, I already have been to a concert. If I could see any artist right now, I would see Bass Nectar, but he's so woke he canceled himself. So it wouldn't be Bass Nectar. Probably Duke Dumont, maybe. I would like to see Duke Dumont again. I love Duke Dumont. If it wasn't Duke Dumont, I would say maybe Green Velvet, who I've already seen. I would see Green Velvet again, which I really like. I really like him. Other than that, I wouldn't mind seeing some Zed's Dead. I like Zed's Dead. Lolo Girl says you have more of a chance of being thrown from a plane than getting the big C. Ryan says, I know you went to a badass concert in Texas. Yes. Crystal Neal says, does it bother you when someone calls you Bob? My brother's name is Bobby, and he hates if someone calls him Bob. No. Someone called me Briob the other day, and I thought that was okay. So, no, I don't care. Camel toes versus moose knuckles? I don't even know what that is supposed to mean. Are you talking about a sniz? Mr. Windy City says you're into dubstep. I mean, dubstep's all right. I'm more into like bass music. Yurko Design says Bass Nectar was my jam. I've seen him 41 times, but knowing what he's being accused of is kind of wild, lost respect. I don't know that I would believe that, Yurko Designs. I think that a lot of that is manipulated. I would say don't believe everything that you hear. I've seen him probably like 60 or 70 times, but I don't know, man. I don't know that that's true. People are throwing themselves at this guy, so I don't know. I'm sure some of it is true, but I don't know that I would just believe all of it. John Tondikar says, is there any place we can watch your live stream from earlier today? Yeah, here on Instagram. I posted it to my Instagram. It's the last post that I had right before this one. I made a Billy video this morning, but for whatever reason, as I was uploading it, it cut a couple of pieces of it out. And I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to like this. So I decided not to post it, but I did make another Billy video today. And I was like, I'll make another one later this afternoon. And then I just got lost track of time. John says, holy ish, you pronounced my name right. I'm pretty good at that. I did take a nap today. Yurko Design says, I have a friend that he did it to. She was 17. We probably have got down by each other at one of his shows for sure. Yeah, we probably had. Well, look, I'm not trying to downplay what your friend experienced, but like 17 is like, it's kind of hard to tell if a person's 17 if they're 18 or whatever. I understand. I'm not defending the guy because I don't know, but it's like a lot of these girls, like they like throw themselves at the guy. So yeah, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I don't know. I'm not denying what may or may not have happened. I have no idea. But I think that a lot of those girls are kind of complaining about spilled milk. It's like things that it's like they're tripping on acid, Molly, and like they just like smoked DMT and they're like obsessed with bass nectar and they're just like all about it. And it's just like, and then like 5 years later, they're like, oh, like he took advantage. It's like, dude, I mean, like, did he though? It's like not like a Bill Cosby situation. It's like you kind of like, I don't know. And like I said, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and defend him because I don't know. Obviously, he's so woke, he canceled himself. So obviously he did something. And I heard the calls that he made, and it's kind of like the calls of like a kind of like a manipulative calls, like I'm going to go to jail. And is that what you want? So I think that he definitely did some bad things, and grooming chicks obviously is bad, but it's like at the same time, the guy is a rock star, it's like, he's a famous rock star traveling around the world, millions and millions of dollars. It's like, I would imagine that there's probably a little bit of a gray area in between that. Like maybe that happened to some people, but it's like, who really knows? Is someone going to come out and be like, yeah, like I was just like tripping out on Deemsters and I freaking, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's like I did 77 whippets and then went to a bass nectar show. My head was scrambled eggs, and then like I saw, it's like, I don't know, maybe. Like I said, I don't know. But Baker Minerals, I looked like I was 19 when I was 13. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It's challenging. I can't tell how old anybody is ever. I'm not good at identifying that. Luckily, I'm not interested in teenage girls, so it's not a problem, but it is hard to tell, that's for sure. Little girl says when I was 13, I looked 7. I just noticed on Instagram that I just got crazy pixely. I don't know if that happened to you guys. It looks like I just got pixeled out. It might be because the video is so long that it pixeled me out. Maybe that's why these videos get pixely, is because it's so long. I don't know if you guys see me getting pixely, but it looks like I just pixeled out like recently. Anonymity says, Bobby, you are the greatest, and thank you for all the laughter, your insight on important matters from all spectrums of life, your positive vibration. I'm glad you found your page. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, it stopped, but it did it for a second. Okay. FB is clean. Well, see, FB, so Facebook is hardwired to my computer. So my Facebook camera is hardwired to my computer and is going through my Ethernet connection directly to my router, whereas my cell phone is using Wi-Fi. So I think that, I'm a computer chooch, so I understand the difference. Wi-Fi can only go up to, I think, 56 megs a second, I believe. Whereas like on Facebook, I could stream like 1080p or more if they would allow it. Charlottini says, one of my comments on here was blocked earlier because I said new beanbag some. That's awesome. I love that. I mean, I don't love that happened, but I don't love that. That's hilarious. Yo, so it's almost 1:00. I think I'm going to go in like a couple minutes. Does anybody have any other questions or any other topics that they want me to chat about before I go? I'll stick around for a couple more minutes. I'm at an hour 45 right now. So if anybody has any thoughts that they want to have me talk about or whatever, or have any questions or whatever, let me know and I'll answer them. Sean87 says, What one quote has had the biggest impact on your life? That's a really good question. What one quote? Well, there's a lot of different quotes that have had a huge impact. So I'll give you a couple of them. One quote that has had a huge impact on my life is "Be careful what you say because you are listening." I really like that one a lot. Excuses are self-imposed obstacles that prevent you from having a better life. That's Tony Horton. I think the most significant quote impact-wise for my entire life is "Life happens for us, not to us" by Tony Robbins. I think that quote has had the biggest impact on my life. Life happens for us, not to us. For us, not to us. Tony Robbins. Self-imposed obstacles prevent you from having a better life. Be careful what you say because you are listening. Definitely that one as well. And one from my dad, which was thank you anonymity, which was the cumulative effect of moving several inches a day every day is far greater than moving several feet at a time once in a while. I love that one so much. I think that makes so much sense. Lolo Girl 1 says, I was looking for your investment advice video, but you have so many. Can you help me pinpoint where it is? Go to the YouTube channel and look in the live streams. I have a live stream called like How to Invest in Stocks. Baker Minerals says, tell us another funny story like you're dancing in the window and making Billy Simpolito while walking down the street. Another funny story. I don't know. John says, would you go on the show Hot Ones? Sure. Why not? I would go on any show. I wish somebody would book me for a podcast or something while I'm in San Diego. I wish I could jump on a pod while I'm out there or in Tennessee or when I'm in Nashville. I wish I could get on some pod or something in person. I would love to do that. WCGM says, did you talk about the war? No, not really. I assume you're talking about overseas, but I don't know. Amy says, hit up a Nam about meeting up. How great would a pic of you two be? Yeah, it'd be great, but I mean, the guy's a busy guy. I don't want to be like, yo. Sean87 says Theo Vaughn is in Nashville. Well, hit him up and tell him to get me on the pod, dude. Tell him to get me on the pod. Sable says you and Crowder would be solid. Sure, that would be awesome. I'd love to do that. Reach out to Theo. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, that guy has a huge channel, but I mean, I'll take a try. I don't know. I don't have any other stories that I could think of off the top of the dome. I could tell you this much though. Going to California, just in and of itself, just the nature of California, I feel like I'm going to come up with a couple of. I think there's going to be a couple things going on that will, I think, be laughable. Ryan says, how about a Bobby Sauce event in South Florida? I would love to do that. The problem is I can't find a venue that will allow me to speak because they say it's political and nobody wants to touch it. I've been thinking about doing one. I was thinking about doing one in West Palm Beach. I have some friends that have some connections up there. So I was thinking about doing one in West Palm. So maybe I'll just be like, yo, meet at some place in West Palm, and tickle my bag. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I agree, Ryan. And like I've been trying to do that. I just haven't been able to figure out. I haven't been able to figure out how to pull that off. There's like only so much time in the day, so it's like I'm not exactly sure how to do that. But I'm working on it. Sympathy Zimp says you should do a meetup while you're in California. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm going to be in San Diego. So if anybody's in San Diego or anybody's in the San Diego area and wants to link up, like send me a DM and be like, "Yo, I'm in San Diego, and maybe I'll link up with you." I don't know. Like I'm not sure where we're going to go or what we're going to be doing. I know we're going to be kicking it. People are like, "Come to Orange County." No, I'm going to be in San Diego. That's where I'm going to be. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be in San Diego. That's where I'm going to be. So if anybody wants to come to San Diego, say what up. Maybe do that. Just don't be weird. Just refrain from being weird. Yeah, I'm not gonna have a car. I'm just riding over to my cousins and that's it. People are like, come to San Francisco. It's like that's 5 hours away. Jonathan says I'm from San Antonio. Nice. I've been to San Antonio a bunch of times. Thoughts on the war happening overseas? I don't know. It seems really bad, but I haven't taken enough time to know the exact details. Some say it's this, some say it's that. I don't know. It seems like the Palestinians, it seems like, are being aggressors, but I don't know. Like I don't know. It seems there's a lot of people that talk about it with a lot of more information than I do. So I don't know. Yeah, it certainly seems really bad. And it certainly makes me thankful for living in the United States. I'll tell you that. Thanks, Joe's World 408 on YouTube. Appreciate it. Come to Pebble Beach. I don't know. I don't know how many times I gotta say I'm going to San Diego. I'm not going anywhere else. That's how I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be in San Diego. So I don't know. Yo, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Expect to hear more from me. Hopefully this week. I'm gonna do the best that I can to come up with some new stuff while I'm out there. I'm sure I'll see some new things. But if you're in San Diego, hit me up. If not, I appreciate it. Yo, big thanks to Chooks for the Venmo. I really appreciate that. Very kind. Thank you to Billy Schmidt for the Venmo. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for sending that over. Thanks so much. It really means a lot. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that got the badges. Thanks to Anna Maria for all the support. I appreciate you. Chi8, thank you so much. Chrissy Lotito, thank you so much. Leo's the Lion, Chooks Official, Sean87 Callahan, Awin J, Heather575, Ryan Big Ray Fozzie, Jen Lisa 80, Lisa Chaser 20, and Bell 296. Thank you guys so much for the badges on Instagram. As always, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Follow me on YouTube if you don't follow me on YouTube. I appreciate y'all. Follow me on Facebook as well. My video that I made yesterday is cooking on Facebook, so that's awesome. It's always good to see. And much love for all of you guys. I really do appreciate it. And you'll be seeing more from me soon. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get something out before I get on the plane. We'll see though. I got a lot of stuff to do in the morning and whatnot, so we'll see. But I'll talk to you soon. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it.